Nikki Glaser, who I would say is one of the best female roasting comedians I've ever watched. She's absolutely hilarious, but she's catching a lot of flack right now for what she said on the Call Her Daddy podcast, which is the feminist misandry network. They just want to talk about man-hating and being 304s. That's essentially what this podcast is about. But I want you to pay attention to the similarities between what Nikki Glaser is saying and what Justin Waller's wife said from the Manosphere podcast. Because when his wife was talking about this stuff, oh, she's an oppressed housewife who doesn't have a choice. But with Nikki Glaser, she's a celebrated feminist who knows her worth. Let's get off into this, dude.
I know how lame it comes across. I sometimes don't like to tell guys about this thing that I have where I'm like, you know, this is separate than the soulmate thing. Like, I don't care if a guy has a sexual connection with a girl and like he was to use protection and just have sex with her for a night. Like, I literally wouldn't care if my husband did that. I don't know why. I don't know why. If he were to like watch The Wire with her or like.
Here's the reason why, dude. Here's the reason why. Movies about cheating in relationships for women. All over. The female fantasy chat is a woman cheating on her man to get with another guy. That's what the frickin' Mistress Hunter, the Painted Veil, too can play that game. Addicted, The Other Man. You know, A Royal Affair, Last Night, Fatal Attraction, Infidelity in Suburbia, Fidelity, Diary of a Cheating Woman, The Other Woman, Unfaithful. That's what all these movies are about. The female fantasy is cheating. That's what it is. The female fantasy is cheating. There's so much validity to that. Women love this stuff. How many times have you, this year, I want to challenge you guys this year. When it's around Christmas time, go watch one of these crappy Hallmark movies, dude. I watched some last year with Cass, and every single one of them had the same narrative. It's a hotshot, big-time woman from New York moving back to Alabama, kind of like Reese Witherspoon in whatever that movie she's in, Legally Blonde. She's a hotshot something in New York, whether she's a publicist, a writer, a lawyer, whatever. She owns some big business or she's some big, VP of something or marketing. She goes back to her hometown because her grandma got sick or her mom got sick or her dad got sick or her little brother got sick. She goes back into this little small town and meets a guy she used to know in high school. This whole time she has a fiance who's back home in New York, who's like kind of a dick. He's kind of rude and he's a little bit mean and I just don't like him that much. But she goes back to Alabama and then falls in love with her hometown sweetheart. Ends up cheating on her man to get with this dude in Alabama and then moves back to Alabama. And then that's the movie. That's the female fantasy is cheating. It's crazy. But it's true. Put it one in the chat if you agree. That's what it is.
Like, do crossword puzzles or like text up, like send memes and stuff. I would be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that's our thing. Like, emotional cheating would hurt me, but like physical, I'm just like, I just feel like I understand how sex is for men most of the time. Outside of a relationship, it's just kind of transactional and it's just like they just want to nut and it's not about like, I want to spend my life with this woman.
I mean, there's some validity. There is some validity to this. And then for anybody who's wondering, this is what her husband looks like. Not an exceptionally looking guy by any regard, Maybe he's cool, I don't know. But he looks shorter than her, looks a little bit older. So it's not like he's a 10 out of 10 by any means.
So it wouldn't feel, I don't know. I just wouldn't care as much.
So our barometer is no emotional cheating.
Yeah.
Totally physical cheating is good.
But I understand emotional cheating. Like if something were to happen where I would want them to tell me about it, I would be obviously hurt, but I would understand being drawn to someone else that you have a good connection with because it's like, it's hard to, when you just find someone and it's monogamy, your brain doesn't turn off. He's still going to be attracted to other women. He's still going to be interested in other girls and have good conversations and stuff. So I will say this, as a man, if your man, and this is for any of the ladies watching, if your man ever just stops looking at other women in general and just like isn't ever like, oh, she looks good, there's something wrong with this man. Biologically, instinctually, we're just wired to look at women that way. It's just how it is, dude. Like, Cass and I will see somebody that's good looking and we'll be like, wow. Like Cass will point out and be like, did you see her butt? Like, oh my God. That's just how we are as men. So a guy that's not attracted to women, that can be a little scary. Because that means his testosterone may be bad or something like that. But as men, we look. That's what we do. See something developing and I would be heartbroken that it happened, especially if it went on without me knowing about it. But I would I would always ask anyone I was with to be like, if you develop feelings for someone else, tell me and we'll deal with it. Like, I just don't want to be blindsided. But if you want to have sex with someone else, also tell me about it because I want to like see what she looks like and like ask you about it.
Okay, wait, hold on. So do you identify as like poly or like open relationship girly?
I don't want like another girlfriend. I don't want to like be in bed with you guys together.
Okay, not even in the same room.
No, I don't want to like be, and I don't want to be in the chair in the corner like cuckolded, like, like watching my boyfriend fuck. I just want to hear about it later.
Okay, you call this the hot husband fetish.
Yeah, I was about to say, that sounds like hot wifing. But I think with hot wifing, you would actually watch. She's essentially being a cuck because she wants to be told afterwards what's going on. That's cuckery. That's cuckery, brother. You know what else is cuckery? If you don't go download Free Cash, you got to scan this QR code, brother, and go download Free Cash where you can play mobile games and you can get straight up paid. Here's some reviews. Free Cash is hands down one of the best reward platforms I've used. I was honestly skeptical at first, but freecash.com surprised me. After staying consistent and trying different offers, I've made over $2,000. Plenty of ways to earn. It's a good way to earn some extra cash. Free Cash is just too awesome. Like, they're completely legit and they pay for your cash in various ways. I got guys here that are in the Discord that have made over $2,000. So like, scan that QR code, click the link in the description. If you do it right now, I'll give you $10 on me. Don't ever say I've never done that for you. Don't ever say I've never done that for you because you'd be stupid to not go do it. So scan the QR code, click the link in the description, go download Free Cash today. Let's get back up into this.
Yes. Which is essentially when you want your partner to have sexual experiences with other people.
We'll go back to the hot husband thing.
Like cuckolded, like, like watching my boyfriend fuck. I just want to hear about it later.
Okay. You call this the hot husband fetish.
Yes.
Which is essentially when you want your partner to have sexual experiences with other people outside of the relationship.
Yeah.
So when did this start for you, Nikki? Let's go back.
This started with my boyfriend when I was 29, because I really hadn't had a boyfriend before then. He would tell me about, like, I would always ask him about like past hookups and girlfriends and how they got together. Like, I was like the beginning, like, how did you guys first know you liked each other? Like, I love that, like, our legs were touching under a table and neither of us moved our leg or something, like stuff like that. I would be like, oh, so like, I don't know, it would make me like horny to like think about him doing that with other girls. And then I'd ask about all of his like girlfriends or anyone he had hooked up with, like all the details about it. And I would really be like a foreplay for me. Like, I would get like revved up talking about it.
Here's why, dude. I've said this in previous episodes. Women value experience in men, and men value inexperience in women. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. The reason she's getting revved up is because her man is essentially validating that he's the man. And she loves that. It's like, oh my God, other women thought he was cool enough to buck him, thought he was hot enough to buck him. This is why I say with a high value man, one of the attributes a high value man has is other women want him. Because if you're the only woman that wants him, he's not really that high value. He's got to be mass appealing. That's why I say it's so much harder to be a high value man than it is a high value woman. So you're telling me I got to be 6 foot, 6 pack, 6 figures, 6 inches, and other women got to want me. I have to be mass appealing to a lot of women. You know how difficult that is? You know how picky women are? It's so difficult. I'm 6'2", 185, and I don't have women barking up my tree at all. I'm a regular schmeg. But with these women right here, and I feel like most women resonate with this, is they want their man to be experienced. They think it's sexy that he's had experience. They think it's sexy that he has been with a lot of other women, and a lot of other women have validated that he's the man because she thinks he's the man. But she wants to know at the end of the day that, oh, other women thought he was the man too.
And then it reached a point where he was out of stories. Like, he had gone through all of them. And I was like, and that it's almost like he was telling the same ones. And I was like, I know this one. So it wasn't as exciting anymore because I was getting the same stuff. So I was like, I know this is, I had never heard of anything like this. I felt so weird, but I was like, I think I need you to like get some more stories.
You need new material, Chris.
Yeah, I was like, I need you to like go out there and just have a flirty moment with someone, like anything where I can feel like, maybe it's my competitive nature of like, I want a guy who other girls want. Like
What did I say? I want a guy that other girls want.
I like something that is like, you want a handbag that other girls are like, oh my God, I'm dying to get that.
That's
like,
relatable. That is relatable.
It's like showing their value, that they are valued by other women. Because I respect women and women's opinions. I do.
So you then tell this to Chris, and was he like, this is a trap, you're out of your mind?
They always think it's a trick. Like he knew that I was a sincere person and wasn't the type of girl to like, I wasn't a jealous person up until this point. So I don't think he was like getting any of that vibe of like, she's just trying to test me. So it was like, are you serious? You really want that? Okay. Like, how should this happen? And so I was like, you know what, if you do it and I don't like it, because I don't know how I'll feel. Like, I've never done this before, so I don't know how I'll feel if my boyfriend, you're my first boyfriend ever, and so how will I feel?
I mean, also first boyfriend at 29. Nikki, come on. Late bloomer there. I had my first girlfriend was like 16. I was in high school. 29? Like, it's giving femcel. It's giving like, you were really late to bloom. You didn't know what was going on. You're probably hyper insecure. Therefore, you want a Chad, and you know deep down that you can't have him to yourself.
If you have a flirty moment with another girl, so just like try it, and if I don't like it, we can stop, and just don't do. Like, don't kiss her, but like, see if you could, like, if you get to a place where you're like, maybe you even go, I have a girlfriend, like something like that. But I don't make her feel bad about it.
Yeah.
And don't make her feel like she's being.
Bro, do it, but don't do it. You know, make her feel good, but don't make her feel bad. But don't do it. Like, make your freaking mind up, dude. This is a grown woman. This is a grown woman.
Yeah, like, actually, you know, like, I was very careful to like always let the girl know you have a girlfriend. So she's choosing to do this, and just let her know that I'm okay with it. There's probably a sadness to it, but it's just what I'm into, and I can't help it. And I'm not trying to be cool. Believe me, when I've been single, guys are not into this. It sounds like a dream, like, oh, I could date a woman and fuck other girls. Like, that sounds like a dream. Guys really like to be, like, they like girls to be jealous and to like kind of boss them around and like, I want you.
Right, you're like,
if
go ahead,
they're too
have
free,
fun.
they're kind of like, what? Like, they think they like it, but I assure you, this isn't getting me guys. Like, it's never like been a pitch for me to be like.
Well, and dude, my thing is like, you know, I'm monogamous, Cass, and I don't have an open marriage or open relationship, nor do I want one. For me, there's just a lot of other things I could be doing with my time than chasing tail. I chased tail from the age of like 15 to 25. I did enough of chasing tail, bro. Society's crumbling. Women would rather share an alpha than be stuck with a beta. That's what it is. If you're not a virgin, you really have no right to demand a monogamy from your man. Another comment says, this is bucked up. She has no self-respect. Loyalty is about self-control, and it's about committing to one person. Most people don't believe they are worth loving. They tolerate cheating and nonsense like this. Like I said, it comes from a sense of insecurity, in my opinion. Imagine your wife literally having her hand in her heart every second. You aren't even a person in that case when you have to have the hardest line between emotions and physical. Physical, but no emotion cheating, but that's the first thing women do when they cheat on you. With how much it hurts, they do it anyway. Her kink is overt dread. It's a feature, not a flaw. Well, I think it stems from trauma, right? Maybe she doesn't have a good relationship with her dad, or something from her childhood happened where she knows deep down that she doesn't deserve a man's love that she reveres and respects. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But for me, this whole Nikki Glaser thing, it's a lot like Justin Waller's wife. Justin Waller's wife's like, I'm cool with it. My whole thing with this, though, dude, is thinking about courting another girl right now and giving her my attention, to me, is just such a waste of time. Such a waste of time, especially if you got kids. You're telling me you'd rather go out on a date with a girl that's meaningless, that is a fly-by-night girl that you'll buck and then not talk to ever again, instead of spending time with your kids or your dog or your wife. That just makes no sense to me. Like, that's the part of the red pill I don't understand. That's why I'm more green pill, the gentleman pill. I would much rather be present with my family than on Tinder swiping and taking random girls out on dates. That's just me. It just seems like such a waste of time. Now, will I look if we're out and about? You see a hot piece of tail? Cass and I both look. But I'm not going to pursue. I'm not going to sit out there and be like, let me go get her number. Let me talk to her. Let me waste my energy and share my energy with this person to get what in return? I can't build a lifestyle with them because I don't want to. I can't build a life with them. I can't marry her. So what's the point? Like, you're investing time and energy that you'll never get back into something that has no long-term play. This is why I live my life by begin with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind. I had a guy call me the other day. He was a 42-year-old son husband. Bless his heart. Bless his absolute heart. He called me the other day. He goes, Levi, I'm 42. I take care of my mom. I have 4 dogs. And I'm like, man, you are that's a pickle. That's a pickle right there. And he was trying to date, and I was like, brother, you're 42, you live with your mom in an apartment with 4 dogs. No girl is going to want to date you, bro. You're not ready to date. Just based off that. I'm reading off on paper what you have, your resume. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's just like a woman that has 2 baby daddies and 3 kids. It's not looking good. So I told him, bro, you got to start prioritizing yourself. Because my whole philosophy is you got to fall in love with yourself before you fall in love with anybody else. If you don't fall in love with yourself and have a healed version of yourself to go out in the dating market, broken love is not real love. You have to be solid with yourself first and have all your shit not completely figured out, but on the way to. Don't look for someone else to save you, or don't look to save someone else to save yourself. It just never works. And so this guy was basically in this big pickle of like, well, I'm morally doing the right thing. I'm taking care of my mom, but I'm like, also you're deprioritizing your own life. You're 42. You should have a wife and kids. What 42-year-old man says, or put it this way, what 30-year-old man says, when I'm 42, I want to be living with my mom in a one-bedroom apartment with 4 dogs. I doubt there's a lot of men that say that. By the time I'm 42, I'm going to have like a 7-year-old, maybe another kid. I'll have Lokes. I'll have Cass. I'll have a bigger home, hopefully, because you guys have blessed me. I will have progressed in my life to a point where I'm not a glorified son husband. And I just had to break it to this guy. I'm like, bro, you're a son husband. And he's like, it just sounds so bad. I'm like, yeah, it does, because it's the truth. You're a son husband. You're taking care of your mom as a 42-year-old man. You got to grow up, dude. You got to prioritize your own life eventually. You got to be selfish a little bit. You just have to be, because if you're not, people will take advantage of you. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. There is a lot of the nicest people on this planet are the ones that get taken advantage of the most. People see that niceness and they take advantage of it. I think it's like an innate quality, especially with men, but sometimes women too. They see men that are super nice and they take advantage of them. So you got to be careful. Like, be the one that's cool with saying no. I remember when I learned the power of no when I was like 24 or 25. I was a yes man, always growing up. Yes. Opportunity, yes. Hey, you want to come work for free for experience? Yes. Hey, you want to do this? Yes. But then I hit 24, 25. I'm like, no. Hey, you want to do this? No, I don't. No, I'm good. Hey, you want to go out tonight? No. Like I got to a point where I was finally like, I don't really want to please you guys. I don't want to try to fit in. I don't want to try a new experience. I kind of know what I want to do now, so I'm good. The power of no is great. Manic pixie incel. So I think we're going to see a big rise of incel women. I really do. I think 2026, we're going to see a big rise in this. Let's get off into this.
Women always think, and I am so guilty of this time and time fucking again, is I'll see a guy where I'm like, I bet nobody has ever fucked you, and I see your secret handsomeness and the interiority that you're hiding behind the strange like exterior, and I'm gonna like crack it and get to the bottom of it. And then all of my other friends and every woman I've ever met has had that exact same idea, because we see deeper than the veneer. Men only really, for a while at least, like to see the veneer, I think. So when a woman is weird, a guy is not like, well, I mean, just at our bare bones, men are very physical. Like, that's why women wear makeup and men lie. We care about what's on that scale and what's in the mirror. I want to crack you open and find your like soft gooey center, or find anything interesting about you past like how you present yourself. Men are like, that's a weird bitch, stay away from me, you're a leper. But when women see a guy that like doesn't have shit
a leper? I haven't heard that one in a while. A leper
going on and is nasty. This has been
sometimes I go, that's an interesting thought. I don't know if it's true.
I agree, because I'm thinking of like, I think you're thinking of like kind of quirky, or well, I'm thinking deeply weird.
Deeply weird.
No, we're talking weird, like Zooey Deschanel and the new girl.
Yeah, I don't know. These chicks like this, a lot of men aren't sitting there looking for a therapist woman. I mean, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. When I was in the dating market, I was like, I'm not looking for a woman who's super deep in a emotional. I was like, I want a chick who's hot, number 1, and number 2, I would like a woman that is fun to be around, is entertaining. That's really like, I want a chick that's kind of funny, and I want a chick that's hot. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I don't really want a ton else. There's not a lot else that I'm looking for. So, and I think that's okay. And I think most men are looking for the same thing. So, what is this? Should broke people be dating? The brutal truth.
What kind of love do you mean should exist without money?
Love. Not love with you and your brother. I don't know about them, but general love. Romantic love, but not necessarily marriage.
What do you expect from me?
But I said that you would have some sense of ambition, for example.
Can we eat sense of ambition?
Well, the money you're looking for, where will it come from? If you don't have an ambition, where's the money meant to come from?
I want to ask you.
If you don't have a career, where will the money come from? If you're not able to hold a conversation, what's the essence of money? If you're not emotionally intelligent or mature, what's the essence of money?
So you mean I will eat, or we will eat emotional intelligence? Or
So I think you're taking it out of context. I'm not telling you money is not important. I'm not telling you don't need money for a relationship.
I feel like when you love a woman, you should be able to spend on her. And again, if you don't have money,
This is why I say all women are expensive. Pick your price range. That's just what it is, bro. Just that, all women are expensive. Pick your price range. That's just, it is what it is. So, it's a sad reality, but that's kind of where we're at. All women are expensive. Pick a price range and go with the one that you can afford. You know, that's, it's the world we're in now, chat. It's the world we're in now. But, it's up to you if you want to date. Some dudes want to date. Some people don't want to date. I don't blame you if you don't want to date. I really don't. I really don't blame you. Let's see. I'm trying to find some other clips here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we have here? What do we have here? Let's see here. A server in Toronto went viral after sharing a story that has the internet split.
So I had a table yesterday. This is their bill, $158.70. He left $160. Hold on, there's a person behind me. Anyway, let's skip 2. The dinner is fucking perfect, okay? This couple comes in, they're like, hey, we want to sit in your section. I was like, yeah, come on in. It's my turn in rotation. So they come in. As soon as they sit down, I realize, I'm like, fuck. This is the table that, like, they are very high maintenance and they tip like shit. And they were like, oh, and my parents are actually coming too. And I was like, okay, yeah, well, let me get you guys started with something to drink. Get them something to drink. The other 2, like, the parents come in and I get them started with their drinks. They order. It's like they want 3 soups to start. They want a big salad to share. They want a specialty appetizer that we have for the weekend. And then they want their mains. I was like, yeah, for sure. Everything comes out. It's perfect, okay? It's delicious. I have refilled their drinks like 3 fucking times. Now everybody in my section, it fills up all at once. Everybody gets there at once, so everybody's gonna fucking leave around the same time too. So now I'm pulling out plates, I'm getting rid of stuff, I'm getting desserts, and the guy looks at me and he goes, we're ready for the bill. And I was like, okay, I'll be right there. I've got so many fucking dishes in my hand. And he goes, 3 seniors. And I said, what do you mean? And he was like, 3 seniors. And I said, we don't actually have like a senior discount or anything. And he was like, I'm just saying. And I'm like, are you trying to...
What? 3 seniors? Bro, this isn't the Golden Corral. People over 65 don't eat at a 10% discount, brother. This is a restaurant.
Make a fucking joke right now. I'm carrying like 40 pounds worth of fucking plates. Like, I'll be right back with your fucking bill. So I come back with the bill. He's got his card in his hand, so I've got it on the machine. And then the grandpa, like, rips the bill from the son or son-in-law's hand, and he's like, we're gonna pay it this time. And these 2 are like super cheap anyway. Like, they've been cheap the last times I've taken care of them, and they're like, I guess we'll just get it next time. So the bill is $158.71. Grandpa puts $160 on the table.
That's crazy.
His wife pipes up and goes, we were here last week for the liver. It was terrible. And I said, well, I bet you won't get that again. Because, like, why are you telling me this? Everything about your meal today was fucking perfect, but you had to bring up something negative about last fucking week? I don't care. And I wasn't your fucking server. Anyway, Grandpa gives $160.
That's
I said,
wild.
I'll be right back with your change. $1.30? Are you fucked? So I leave it on the table, and I was like, and I owe you $1.30. And he goes, you can keep that. I literally walked away because I was like, no, I would rather have not the $1.30. Like, you are embarrassing. And you know what? It did fucking embarrass them because everybody around fucking heard that your change is $1.30 and you told me to keep it.
That's crazy.
So I guess it really embarrassed like the daughter or the daughter-in-law because she was like, and like pulled out a $5 bill and left it on the table.
A 5?
Which, like, at this point, I was just like, whatever, like, I guess I'm getting $1.30 for this if they don't take that, if they leave it. But it's just the principle. Like,
Bro, my whole thing on this is, dude, if you can't afford to go out to eat, don't go out to eat, bro. Even I go get coffees in the morning with Cass at a coffee shop that's across town. I tip $2 every day on a $12 bill. Like they give me, it's like $6 or $7 for each coffee or whatever, and I tip $2. You're telling me on a $150 tab, I would at least tip a 50 bomb. I'm a pretty fat tipper though. I'd usually do 20%. Now if it's like a really, really bad, like if we're like going, like there's a lot of Tex-Mex spots here that are like dirt cheap. That like this morning we go to this place that's like both of us to eat with a coffee. It's a ton of food and it's like $22. Like sometimes if the server, it's one of the servers that we really like. She's like in college and she's super nice. She like knows the baby. I'll tip her a 20, but it's like 50 or 100% tip, $20. I'm okay with the $20. Trust me, this college girl needs it more than I do. But for the most part, I look for the fattest one. Now I will say this, and put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Tipping culture has gotten out of fucking hand. I don't want to tip when I go to Annie Ann's if I'm getting a pretzel. I don't want to tip if I'm going to every coffee shop. Sometimes I'll tip at a coffee shop, but sometimes I just want to buy things, and that's what it is. I'm sick of tipping culture. It's gotten out of hand. I went to, I think it was UPS the other day, and then asked for a tip. I was like, do you want a tip? It's like, no. How about this?
How about no?
I don't want to tip you. I don't know if it was UPS or something. But tipping culture's gotten out of hand. I think COVID completely ruined that. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. COVID ruined tipping culture to the point where now everybody thinks they need a tip on something. I'm buying paper at Office Depot. Want a tip? No, I don't. I bought this chair last year at Office Depot and they asked me if I wanted a tip. I was like, who's getting these tips, bro? Who's getting these? Now, I understand if you're a delivery driver, DoorDash, Tiff's Treats, Uber Eats. I get it. You're driving, a little bit of extra gas money, Domino's, cool. Food, if I have a server. My whole philosophy, though, is I'm only tipping if there's a server. If I have to go up and order my food and go pick up my food, why am I tipping you? Tell me. There's a coffee shop that I go to called Monk's. And I don't like to tip there because I have to go up to you and order. And then when you've brought my coffee out, you just set it right there. The only reason I tip at this other coffee shop is because they're brand new and I like to support like small local businesses. So like, cool, I'm gonna tip. I'm gonna give that extra $2 every time. Cool, it's an extra 12, 15 bucks a week, whatever, I don't care. But if I have to go up and order it and I have to go and pick it up, bro, I'm not tipping you. Why would I tip you? What have you done besides your job? You did your job. You took my order. The cooks in the back made it. I had to pick it up. I had to order it. Why would I tip you? If there's no server exchange, hi, what's going on? How are you guys today? What can I get you to drink? Oh, we'd like this. Blah, 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 blah. Anything else? How's everything? If you're not checking it, I'm not tipping you, bro. I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of the fact that tipping culture has seeped its way into everything. Okay, apparently a new Kamala impersonation of Trump has come out.
Well, he's pulled back because, you know, the way that he's thinking of foreign policy, it seems, is when he talks about America first, it's to withdraw from these relationships and these connections. And then he kind of acts like a mob boss. So then he's kind of like, well, you know, you take Eastern Europe and I'll take the Western Hemisphere. And then you over there, you get Asia. And we'll just divide it up. Right? Instead of understanding historically America.
Jesus, you couldn't have done any better. Okay, you take the Western Hemisphere. You take China. China, great people. Love China. Love the Chinese. They make great hats. Great hats, by the way. Some of the best hats. Like, you couldn't have done any better. You couldn't have practiced that. I didn't even practice that freaking Trump impersonation. And I feel like I did better than her in 2 seconds, bro. Oh, my God. Oh my God, this is sad. This is sad, bro. Kamala, she's like, I'm thinking about running again. The only running you need to do is on a freaking treadmill. You don't need to run for president because you're gonna lose. You will lose again. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. You will lose. You're not gonna win. How does one achieve such a build? When you a mess but still have fun.
Big back. You really are a fat bastard.
Boy, waddling like crazy. Bro, oh my God. Stop. Doing it outside the Texas Roadhouse is diabolical behavior. Sir, you don't need it. That Apple Watch, sir, fighting for its life on its last leg. And it looks like you might even be on your last leg. This waddle is crazy. I thought this was the penguin in that Batman movie. Look at this waddle. Bow-legged from the fat belly. Can barely freaking walk. Look at this. This is what my daughter's wrists look like. Dude, when you got a roll on your forearm, it's time to go work out. Shots fired! It's time to go, dude. A roll on the forearm, crazy work. Roll on the wrist, the fat's running out of places to go. The fat's moving into your hands. I have never seen a fat hand. The fat top of the hand? Your knuckles are sunken in. Brother, stop. Don't go to Texas Roadhouse. Stop. You're eating yourself away. My God. I just see that now. It makes my cholesterol, like my cortisol spikes, my cholesterol goes up. God. What in the HE double hockey sticks is that? This is crazy work, dude. This is the world we freaking live in, dude. This is the world we live in. Ain't that right, Lokes? Come here. Free. Rolls on the forearms. Rolls on the wrist. Built like a straight newborn. Free. Go to your place. We'll put you guys on to another fragrance. Today's fragrance is 9 p.m. Night Out. The regular 9 p.m. is really good. Very, very good, actually. This is their, I think, one of their newest releases. But it's an extrait de parfum, which is why it's so strong. But here's some of the notes. Woody, warm, spicy, fruity, sweet, aromatic, tropical, lavender, floral. Oh, my God. Oh, it's so good. It's like manly, but also fruity. It'd be perfect for a night out. It'd be perfect for a date night. I wore this one yesterday, just out and about, and it was so good. All right, let's get to some of the comments from a previous video. This is from when I asked you guys what you guys do for a living. So let's see here. Brendan Donaldson, I'm a chef. Women say they can do what I do. They never can. Well, name the best chef in the world. It's not a woman. I work 40 hours a week, security. I know people love to crap on what I do, but I laugh my way to the bank when I get on trips every year with my little job. Bro, I appreciate security people. I appreciate cops, security, anybody that works in that sector. I'm a manual machinist. It's honest work and keeps the bills paid. It's honest work. I'm an HVAC tech from Charleston, South Carolina. I bet you're getting a lot of work out there. Let's see. Hanging stuff on a wall isn't remodeling. This video made my day. I found it more insane. She decided to continue holding her 2-pound packages. Yes, the lip rings are the same. I was very fortunate to have a father who taught me some basics, but it's important to know that when you're out of your depth. Water, mold, and fire remediation technician, not glamorous, pays the bills, and it's humble work. I manage a meat department in a grocery store. I manage to own my own home, a nice vehicle, and spoil the crap out of my kid. Doing all right here, James. You definitely are. What else we got here? Spare water in the drawer, yeah. Let's see here. Retired Army, retired gunsmith, love that. Shout out to the Midland, Ontario, Canada, love the show. I'm retired now, but owned a moving company. Never hired a woman for moving furniture, but just not strong enough. But did for packing houses and paperwork. Oh, man. Best show on YouTube. Thank you, Nathan. I'm a professional comic book grader. That is a very... Oh, let's get this focused. That is a very specific job. I'm a retired plumber. I watch your videos for a living. Supply chain management, collision technician, 24 years. I'm working remote. That's what I think. I'm working right now, mostly listening until I hear something I know I got to see. I worked as a waste management for a year. Do oil pulling with dragon's blood. Jesus, okay. Do it, Levi, do it. Eat the dog treat. The neck beard straight out of a horror movie. What else? Once fixed my windshield with a package of Twizzlers. Commercial and industrial HVAC and refrigeration. Been a union carpenter since 1997, but had to retire at 48 due to disease. I miss it so bad. Full-time upholstery. Roma Army, JD Delay. What else do we got here? The fact that the book called... Okay. Jiffy Lube doesn't know about F. Okay. Let's see. Industrial electrician. Seems like a lot of you guys work. Welder, machine operator. We got a lot of blue-collar guys. medical warehouse, insurance adjuster. Okay, there's some white-collar stuff. Joined the military at 20 to escape poverty. 13 years later, I'm a federal technician and a housing manager on base. I retired from the U.S. Army in 98 and retired from local 32 plumbers and pipe fitters in 2022. Electronic engineer, working as a technician for a distribution center. Window regulator motor. Oh, I'm a corporate pilot for my family's private charter jet business. Damn. Okay. I'm a court reporter. Love my job. The stuff I hear. Tori, I can only imagine. I'm retired now, but I was a mechanical engineer for a major food manufacturer. Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate you guys sharing. Anytime I ask you guys in the comments some part of the episode, we're going to go back and we're going to read some of the comments just so I can say up on the up and up. Ain't that right, Lokes?
Whoa, they do.
But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Until next time, peace.